After the release at D23 of the Snow White live-action trailer, Rachel Zegler has brought herself back to social media and to the interview circuit in full force. And, well, she's picking up exactly where she left off from 2023. Here she is on Instagram with a whole host of pictures that she posted from backstage at D23, I guess. And, yeah, it's like, okay, here's all the people that helped to make her look as mid as humanly possible. I'm not going to say she's ugly, right? Like, I'm also not going to say that she's a stunner, but she's about as much of a 6 as you can possibly get. Not ugly. She's not the first pick that I think anybody would make, but she keeps herself in decent shape, and she's of average weight. She is the textbook definition of mid. If they still have those paperbacks that are out there, you flip open the picture, or you flip open the page, and the picture that you see defining average bitch, it's gonna have a picture of Rachel Zegler. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's millions of people around the world. Hell, I actually hear that there's like something like 3.5 billion women that are out there that would strive to be mid. So congratulations for that. It's very interesting, right? Now that she's back and now that she thinks that she's, hot shit because her trailer's going viral for all the reasons. We'll circle back around to that. But the caption to this little photo dump that she did is "The Fairest, by the way." And that's really interesting, right? Because again, if you cast your mind back to 2023 when all of those old clips and all of her new interviews were making the rounds and she was the most insufferable cat on the block, you would remember a little ditty, I think it was from D23 in 2022, in regards to the plot changes, to the new developments of the live-action Snow White, where it's not 85 years old, it's not 1937 anymore. Okay, she's not going to be saved. She's not going to be saved by the prince. It's not going to be weird anymore. We've got to update it for modern audiences. And in regards to Fairest, right? If you recall, there were a couple of things that were being reworked, and that being one of them. In another resurfaced interview from last year, this time with Entertainment Weekly, Zegler revealed that as a child she was scared of the animated movie and she watched it for the first time in more than a decade while preparing for her role. That was the clip that we seen yesterday, but then it continued. She also noted that in the interview that the original film is extremely dated regarding ideas of women being in roles of power and what a woman is fit for in the world. In the new version, she says, the film's most famous phrase, "the fairest of them all," will refer to the most just as opposed to the most beautiful. So by her posting all of these glamour shots, is she trying to say that she is the fairest of them all in the modern sense? Or is she trying to have her cake and eat it too? Well, this could also just be the ramblings of a 20-something on Instagram. What's her take over here on Twitter, or X, or whatever the hell we're going to be calling it? But I love you all so much. Thank you for the love and for the 120 million views on our trailer in just 24 hours. What a whirlwind. Wow, she's not attacking the fans or anything like that. Maybe it's Rachel Zegler turning a new leaf. I'm in the thick of rehearsals for Romeo and Juliet, so wait, she's going to be another Romeo and Juliet? What the hell's going on here? I'm going to get out of here. Bye for now. Oh, see, that's all fine. Okay, perhaps she has grown up. Perhaps that PR chaperone Disney has attached to her at the hip is making some inroads, is making some real substantive changes to her life. Oh, but then she follows it up. Oh, and always remember, free Palestine. Now, for me personally, I've got no problem with that tagline at all. But at this point in time, she needs to calm down the rhetoric as much as possible. And while I'm not supporting the Free Palestine movement the same way that all of those radical lefties are, or even the more extreme Catboy enthusiasts on the right are, I just don't like to see kids getting blown up under the guise of, oh, there's tunnels underneath your hospital, so instead of going into the tunnels, we're just going to go ahead and take out your home and your school. I'm not doing it as some trendy protest movement that'll ingratiate me to my college professors. But you can see with Zegler, she's got pronouns in her bio. We've seen everything that she did last year that came to light, all of her insufferable cause de jours. So of course, she can't let sleeping dogs lie. She can't take the W of, yeah, that trailer going extremely viral. Don't mention the ratio on the different platforms. Everybody saying, oh, this looks like a CGI monstrosity. Oh, the camera's looking a little bit weird. And again, you're going to be trying to pass off her being the usurper, somebody who is objectively more attractive to you. So glad that you redefined Fairest only in the context of the script and not in reality, because that's never going to fly. But you wrap all of this stuff together, right? And while I think that it's probably the best statement Zegler has ever made in regards to her career, you also got to take a look at everything in totality and realize that Gal Gadot's colleague Owen Snow White calls for free Palestine. And Gal Gadot, if you do recall, is very much one of them girls. What was it? Miss Israel for 2004 or something like that. And also apparently has the inside track and a bunch of ADF body cam footage that shows, legitimate proof that Hamas are like really bad guys. Trust me, bro. I showed it to all my Hollywood insiders. But this was very likely not a good decision by Zegler, because just her innocuous little free Palestine post. Yeah, well, I'll look at that and go, that's fine. The controversy machine, yeah, it's going to start kicking up again. Zegler, best known for her role in West Side Story. Excuse me, she was also in Shazam 2, okay? She was also in The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, a Hunger Games story. Yes, and now playing Snow White in Disney's live-action remake. Has stirred controversy with her public support for Palestinians, despite sharing the screen with Gal Gadot, who plays the evil queen, which I'm sure this group, and several others like them probably don't like her being referred to as evil in any form or fashion. How many points are on her crown? Zegler does not hesitate to express her political views, especially concerning the Israeli-Palestinian conflict 3 days after the official release of the first trailer and the highly anticipated, is it really? This is why I hate these partisan websites that don't really know the totality of events, because highly anticipated, well, I guess for the memeability, but nobody's actually looking forward to it in earnest. Live-action version of Snow White had Disney's fan convention. It's called D23, and following a wave of anti-Semitic and pro-Palestinian attacks on Gadot online. Where exactly is that? Because I see one of these sides pushing a lot of propaganda. It's just you don't want to shine a light on that, do you? Zegler decided to make clear which side of the conflict she supports. And remember, free Palestine. Love you all so much. Yeah, she did all of that stuff. The pro-Palestinian tweet amassed over 250,000 views. We've seen it, 4 million views? Like, it's got traction in and of its own, but yeah, 1 million for the original fine, non-confrontational tweet. And then, yeah, the free Palestine one, 3.7, 4.2 once it updates. So yeah, that one's going far and wide. The pro-Palestine, 250,000 views within hours, thousands of shares and likes, hundreds of comments. As expected, response were divided between those who supported her words and criticized Gal, and others who chose to support Gal and mock the tweet. I'm so sorry, I have to take part in the press event alongside somebody who shall not be named, troll one user. Gal Gadot needs to be careful, added another, while others expressed their love and pride in Zegler for standing with the Palestinians. But let's be completely honest, it's trendy, right? The same way that Gal Gadot is going to go ahead and stand with her fellow tribesmen, Rachel Zegler's doing the exact same thing. Not because she's Palestinian, no, she's the half Polish, for Christ's sakes. She's just doing the exact same thing that she's always going to be doing. Because as we seen, what was that? That a Variety sit down when she was across from Halle Bailey, the only person who might actually have bigger separation between their eyes. In all of Hollywood, they were giving themselves that self-aggrandizing, oh, it's so tough to be actresses, and I know all the lash outs. I know the people don't really mean it, okay? When they're working their truck driving jobs, they don't realize how hard it is for us actors to pretend for a living. But you can take the kid out of the controversy. She's 20-something. She's not a kid anymore. Let's get that straight. But you can't take the controversy out of the brainlet. In May of 2021, during Operation Guardian of the Walls, she tweeted, "It will always be free Palestine." In November of 2022, she posted a picture. Okay, so you're going like big gaps of time here. A picture on her Instagram with the caption, "Free Palestine," urging her followers to be aware of the Palestinian human rights and to act for the charge. For change. In October of 2023, oh no, not on that hallowed day or whatever they do. Who knows? Zegler again expressed her concern over the situation in Gaza. Yeah, so did I. Another tweet on her X account, yes, calling for an immediate ceasefire without any mention of the, yes, Israeli hostages. Yeah, and she also didn't mention other people that were bombed from orbit in apartment buildings, but I know that stuff. She doesn't know that stuff. She just thinks that it's trendy for her demographic, the exact same way that Gal Gadot wants to selectively promote the propaganda that she gets firsthand. It's the same thing that Rachel Zegler is doing. So yeah, Take your pick as to reasons why you're not going to be checking out this film, for it looking terrible from that trailer, or from Rachel Zegler or Gal Gadot being partisan hacks. Me, it's a totality, as well as a heaping helping of seeing Gal's acting and seeing Rachel's acting. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and spare myself the time, like many people are, coming up in March. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.